two guys and a girl and their unresolved emotional trauma making everything worse for everyone around them. Like Cowboy Bebop is absolutely this. Samurai Champloo deals with this. Nobumoto worked on Kingdom Hearts 1, and Kingdom Hearts 1 is like a game where starts out as a game where you just hop between Disney worlds and help the Disney characters do Disney character things. Like you make sure that Alice doesn't get beheaded by doing mini games. But then it is also about the original characters who are two guys and a girl who can't talk about their feelings, ruining everything for everyone. And then they made like 17 more Kingdom Hearts games about this, more or less.
God bless that emotional unhealth. Oh, how would we be entertained?
Hello and welcome to Is That Some Kind of Japanimation Thing, a podcast that is still distributed on Movie CD, if you know where to shop. My name is Scott.
And I am Justin.
All right, and this episode is brought to you by HobbyLinkJapan.com, your premier source for toys, kits, cosplay items, and character goods and stationery from Japan. Visit the link in the description to find the Bandai high-grade 1/100 scale YF21 model kit, which is just an excellent kit. It is part of their Macross line. They invented an entirely new transformation tech, like just the design of these kits to support the three-part transformations of the Macross kits is entirely new. They have not brought this over to Gundam. They have not brought this into the Brave series. It is an entirely great, useful thing. It's very fun. It's very playable. And it's still easy to assemble. You can order it's on back order right now, but they will get it to you. They will hold it for you if you need a private warehousing to group up your shipping. And they are still offering the most options for shipping and the best options for shipping, no matter where you live. If, for example, recently an executive order changed how de minimis customs rules work.
I was being nice. I was like, we're not going to mention tariffs, are we? We're not going to. Oh, well, no, stepping right into it.
I also have a weekly show where I talk about Gundam, and that's entirely running on the kits. And I have to talk about. I'm not even mad about, like, even if I was American, I would not be mad about the de minimis exception going away, because it was genuinely bad. Like, all the stuff people got away with because of the de minimis exception. It's like, no, that was bad. Like, shit went down, man.
You mean like Temu?
Yeah, well, okay, obviously Temu is a pox on society, but also, like, the brushing scams where people were getting weird invasive plant seeds and for which... Yes.
Oh, I don't know about that. Oh.
Okay. Full stop. We are no longer an anime podcast for a minute. We're going to talk about e-commerce and brushing schemes. A brushing scheme is where someone runs an e-commerce site and then acquires, through often legitimate means, just you enter a contest and your name and postal code, mailing address, they're available for legitimate purchase. And what happens is someone buys that and then they run an e-commerce site for something expensive, often through a third party, through Amazon or eBay or whatever. And it's something expensive, watches, high-end electronics, laptops. What they do, but in order to look legitimate, their storefront needs a lot of reviews that are very positive. So what they do is they take that list, send you something improbably cheap. An envelope full of seeds is a great example. This happened a few years ago. You might remember this. And what happens is that you don't buy the seeds, you don't know about the seeds, but they go to your house, and someone who has bought those seeds, they have bought the laptop, but they're an employee of this third-party retailer who says you bought a laptop, but they just send a seed to your house. And then that person who has registered an account with your name and address says, oh yes, this laptop arrived in excellent condition and I love it. You get some weird seeds, they get the reputation, and this is how the de minimis exception played into that is that no one was checking these envelopes with the seeds in them. Also related to the de minimis exception is that literal precursor chemicals for hard drugs were shipped this way. Like there is a season of Breaking Bad where where Walter is buying shirts from China, like buying dress shirts from China, but actually it's just things he needs to make meth. Because in shirt boxes. That could have been a thing on Breaking Bad. Anyway, several presidential administrations thought about shutting it down. This just came through as part of the horrifying tariff stupid.
Wow. Okay. Learn something every day. Thanks.
If you want to learn something new every day, you can also back us on Ko-fi, because we will bring you episodes early. We will be, if we hit a certain threshold this year, we will bring you an episode where I explain as many things as possible about the legal nonsense that exists around Macross. The music in episode 4 of Macross Plus is different depending on when and where you bought it. That is part of the legal nonsense that surrounds Macross Plus. I will explain that. Other things I might explain: Tatsunoko and Big West failing to agree on who owns what parts of Macross for many years. Harmony Gold versus basically everybody. Kevin Semieta's inability to run a company. And yes, also, disgraced Italian Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi will be a feature player, as will be the editor-in-chief of DC Comics. George Lucas can show up. Who knows? I will explain many weird things about how Macross is a legal buster cluck. You also
the E. Good going, Scott.
Yeah. Also, just in general, other things that are going on. You will also get bonus episodes early, including some things we might be recording later this season that are still Robotech related. I think on the back half of the year we'll review Megazone 23. That'll be a fun one.
Yes! I don't even know what that is, but woo!
It's rad. It's got motorcycles. It's a transforming motorcycle show. It definitely informed The Matrix. But let's actually get into episode 3 of Macross Plus, Investigation, directed by Shinichiro Watanabe, now known for Lazarus. Lazarus is a new show on HBO Max. Or just steal it because you live in Canada and you're not going to pay for Stack TV.
That's harsh yet an accurate simulation of how things might work.
We also have a unit director for this episode in the form of Yuji Moriyama, who worked on El Hazard, and written by Keiko Nobumoto, who has a prolific partner for both Watanabe and Katsuhiro Otomo. May she rest in peace. We open with Dyson in some goo. We have goo-based healing in this setting.
An iconic sci-fi trope. A little bit of back that never hurt anybody.
Yeah, exactly. Myung's trying to be nice, but Dyson is having none of it, and he will haul himself out of the goo. And we are confronted with the space jag. There's a space trial where both Gold and Dyson have to explain their motivations and explain who exactly added which lethal parts, because both of them were engaged in not legal things and definitely added lethal components to their own mechs so that they could kill each other last episode. And it is a great deal of bullshit over who loaded what into what machine and who shot who first and why. And Gold just fucking lies about everything. And then Colonel Millard derelicts his duty so hard. He is... Episode 4 will establish that the villain of the series is generative AI, the military-industrial complex, and a deranged tech bro. The deepest, darkest triumvirate. Yeah. But Colonel Millard is the bad guy here. Because he will just straight up say, it's like, no, no, the government gonna switch us over to drones, and I care so much about not being a drone warfare provider that I will let you two murder each other and do damage to hundreds of millions of dollars worth of equipment. And who knows what else you'll do. I will let you man children who have no better way to resolve your problems destroy each other rather than just let a drone go through a testing process. Colonel Millard is a bad guy and nothing bad happens to him.
Gets off scot-free.
I
Boo,
don't
Colonel.
like this man. I do not like this man.
Getting that impression.
Yeah.
Don't care for him, Scott.
But Young and Isamu are just hanging out in the woods. They try to talk out their feelings. They're walking around each other's stuff. They're trying to be sensitive. They eat some fruit. They
Hmm.
talk about her past and why she quit singing, and they also see a weird bird.
Did they steal that hospital motorcycle?
I am
Because it looks
almost
like,
yeah, that is definitely not his motorcycle, and it is definitely stolen.
yeah, normally, I mean, first off, you should have stayed in the back tank. I think he had a couple days left. At no point did a doctor say, "Oh, you're looking healthy and well balanced."
Yeah, like did not get a sign off from the orderly at the desk. He's still wearing a
No.
lot of appliances on his arms and legs that I feel
There are
like
hoses dripping from his body. I'm not comfortable with how any of this is going.
no, he is no.
As long as he doesn't get in any strenuous physical activity in the immediate future, everything should be fine.
Yeah, it'll be great. There's nothing about this man's lifestyle or habits that would indicate that he would be irresponsible with his own body. Yeah, so yep, we established that drones are thing. We see Yang, Lucy, and Gould hang out. Dyson's missing. There is a fist fight. There's just a
Yes.
fist fight.
Whoops. They just don't. They just don't. The vibes in this thruple are negative.
They're deeply negative. There's punching each other. People confess their feelings. There's some talk of imposter syndrome. There's some themes about real life and pain and what that means to be real. Meanwhile, Yang has one of those Blade Runner umbrellas with the lights in it, which you can just
I,
buy now. Like
oh,
those are
you
every.
can?
Oh well, like 20 years ago, that was like the thing to get from ThinkGeek, and now
Oh, okay.
yeah, but now they're just like everywhere. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh well, if I lived in a rainier city, I would definitely have one. Like if like Vancouver, Scott definitely has like three different Blade Runner umbrellas with the lights in them.
To where to go down to the noodle truck.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Got to go to the noodle truck. Me and number two. Sharon is now starting to take over elements of public infrastructure, so that just so that Isamu can drive his motorcycle real fast. That's it. We see that she is already taking over things, and we also see that they have announced that Sharon will be the headliner of the 30th anniversary of the Great Zentradi Human Peace Treaty at held on Earth at Macross City. Macross City is a battleship that turns into a giant robot that people can live on. And that's a plot point
Yes.
from Macross 1. Also, it's a
It,
battleship. Oh, that's the important part right now. It's not a city, it's a battleship.
it is the SDF one, right?
Yeah,
I'm remembering somewhat correctly.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it have a main gun, Scott?
It does not have any sort of wave motion cannon. It does not have that sort of device.
All squishing together. I can't remember stuff.
We should do some Yamatos. We should do some Yamatos. Maybe the reboot movies. I don't know. We learn that Marge has now partnered with the guys who designed the X9 to balance the neuro chip to be like, yes, this military grade chip is absolutely what we need to complete a pop star. Can the Predator drone? The only way ChatGPT can write a song is if we give it Predator drone tech. That's Marge is fine with this. The army is fine with this. That what could possibly go wrong?
What if the AI version of Beyonce demanded the predator's brain? We could, she'd get it.
Well, okay, if it was look, Beyonce can have what she wants. Taylor
She
Swift's got to
can.
fill out forms, but Beyonce can have what she wants. We get a dramatically tense scene at the airport between Young and Gold. Gold tries to confess his feelings, but we get a very nice montage of Young leaving on a spaceship.
That was very neat because I like how it was a boat that just flew into space.
Yep. Nope. Great
Well,
shot. Just all the benefits of an airport, a cruise ship, and a spaceship. Just all that drama rolled together.
you don't have to complete customs till you break Atmo.
Probably. Probably. Duty free shopping starts what the second they've lifted off though. Like the second the
Yeah,
seatbelt signs off, you can duty free shop.
that's what God invented the intergalactic expanses of space mall catalog, Scott.
Exactly. Super Sky
Oh,
Mall. Mega Hyper Sky Mall.
super dimensional sky mall. Oh, if two people in the universe are enjoying this as much as we are, I will be happy.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Anyway, we get the official word that Colonel Mallard, war criminal, has failed in his attempts to save the space navy from drones. The entire next gen fighter concept has been canceled in favor of the drones. And again, based on this man's behavior, I think the drones are right.
Yeah, drones are. Let's give the drones a second chance. Let's give them a first chance. Give them a try.
Yeah. Yeah, especially now that they have all the emotional intelligence of a robot pop star. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Speaking of things going wrong, Lucy admits that she deleted Tyson's voicemails while he was in the hospital so that he would not chase Myung, which is like,
Oh,
Lucy, rude, rude.
yeah. To discuss emotional intelligence here.
Also, just a hallmark of 1995, the idea that some stranger could erase your voicemails and ruin your love life. Like that's a Seinfeld plot we can't do anymore.
Boom, 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 boom.
Everyone's mopey now. Dyson is mopey. Gold is mopey. Lucy's mopey. Yang is mopey. Myung's mopey. We cut to Earth with another red carpet scene of the server tower wearing a dress, but with the creepy music out front. Marge, the tech bro, extra creepy now. Just full on, just weird on main from this point or forward for Marge. Someone is spying on Dyson. It's definitely Sharon. We see that Dyson has decided that, all right, the key the key to solving my problems is to do something even more reckless, and I'm gonna steal my experimental fighter jet.
Ah,
And and of course he can't like hack, like he can't figure out how to hack into the door. So he just bashes the hangar door open with a wrench. At which point Yang is waiting in the second seat. He's in the goose seat and it's like, Yang, you could have opened the door for this man. You could
well, he
have.
needed him to prove he was there. He was down for it.
At the same time, Gold's senses are tingling, his gold senses. So he's like, Dyson's gonna do something dumb. I should follow him and do something dumber.
Tyson's about to do the stupidest thing possible. Not on my watch. Hold my beer.
Yeah, yeah. So they chase each other into hyperspace. Uh, we get get the first scene of the concert at the Macross One landing zone. Um, Everyone is totally not suspicious about the combat AI and the concert AI being so enmeshed. It's There's the episode of Star Trek Voyager where like the alien Nazis steal the Voyager holodeck and everything about their like alien Nazi hunter rituals just immediately vibes with the holodeck, and I'm like, yeah, no, this is why the holodeck is bad.
Yeah. The holodeck is immediately cool with it. Maybe there's a problem on a bunch of different levels.
Yeah, just multiple levels. Uh, yeah. Myung has been locked out of the proceedings of the concert, and she's like, okay. The management team are like, yeah, no, it's really great that you helped, but once this tour is over, you're really officially fired. At the same time, Marge shoots the record producer, who
Yes.
was on board with everything. So, like, I'm not sure why, as much as Marge is on full creep mode. No, Marge is like, I know you've been a very supportive record producer right now, but also I'm going to murder you. And I'm not saying that record producers are above moral reproach. I'm not going to tell you that, record producers are any sort of pinnacle of humanity.
No.
But don't murder people who are helping you.
Well, I mean that's a Bondian supervillain kind of thing. He was just attempting to achieve his final form.
So Myung breaks into this murder scene, and then Sharon is like, actually, now that you're here, I'm just gonna tie you up in a bunch of wires in a way that is absolutely not anyone on the team's kink. Absolutely not.
This is no one's fetish.
This is no one's fetish. We see the full peace ceremony begin, which is just a concert. There's not like a scene where like, oh hey, let's have a Zentradi representative give a speech about what they've learned in the past 30. No, just straight to the pop show. I think maybe more historic events should be dedicated with pop shows. The Berlin Wall went down to David Hasselhoff music. More things like that.
Yes. An AI pop show should definitely lead the next big peace treaty.
Just open up the World Economic Forum 2026 with Hatsune Miku, but like a big public one. Oh no,
Yeah.
like a full Eurovision before the Davos Institute meets again. Sharon starts to explain her plans, that she has inherited Myung's feelings, her completely disordered feelings she hasn't addressed for 7 years. This may be
Yes.
part of the problem here. This may be part of the problem. And and then we cut to credits because we got to set up the big finale. So
Was
that's
it this episode that we saw them jumping through hyperspace and like the ships were bubbling and
yeah,
woo, woo, woo.
yeah. We
That
do
was
get
pretty
the
neat.
we
That
we
was a
do
good
get
image.
some like 1995. We have CGI. Let's push all the buttons on it. Yeah.
God bless you for that.
I mean, if who else, like, they didn't know if they'd ever have the budget to push all the buttons. You have to know. You have to shoot your shot.
Carpe DM,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. So episode 3, how do you feel?
I was like visually, I liked a lot of the moments, like the fluttering. I enjoyed the near death man getting into a fist fight outside the hospital. That was enjoyable. Funny. I don't did it. Have we brought up Seinfeld at all? Because just the basic principle of a group of incredibly emotionally damaged people just causing bringing everyone else into their bullshit. Very much, very
Yeah.
much this story. Like, oh, I am. How did she get her brain waves? Was it because they were scanning her for the performance bits?
Yeah, that's it. Like, we see in the first 2 episodes that she's wired into the chair, and that's like how she's actually managing the show, right? And I think every Watanabe show I've seen so far, I have not watched Lazarus, yes, I'll say, and to a certain extent, Nobumoto shows are about 2 guys and a girl and their unresolved emotional trauma making everything worse for everyone around them. Like Cowboy Bebop is absolutely this. Samurai Champloo deals with this. Nobumoto worked on Kingdom Hearts 1, and Kingdom Hearts 1 is like a game where starts out as a game where you just hop between Disney worlds and help the Disney characters do Disney character things. Like you make sure that Alice doesn't get beheaded by doing mini games. But then it is also about the original characters who are 2 guys and a girl who can't talk about their feelings, ruining everything for everyone. And then they made like 17 more Kingdom Hearts games about this, more or less.
God bless that emotional unhealth. Oh, how would we be entertained?
That is true. That is true. Next, we have episode 4, the last episode, which is titled "It Is Time to End This." Which episode titles go? Yeah.
Very on the nose. Just very much yes.
Yeah.
No one's going to disagree with that assessment.
Yeah. So directed by Shinichiro Watanabe of Lazarus, written by Keiko Nobumoto of Kingdom Hearts, and we are now on Earth. Yang is trying to help. So Dyson enters Earth orbit from warp speed. Yang is trying to help get him past the Doom Array, which has already been dronified, and Gould is in pursuit. And we also see that Sharon is going full Skynet. She is just going full Skynet. She has taken over the entire defense satellite system. She's got the X9 Ghost. She's gonna wreck everything out. And so Yang's plan is for Dyson to vandalize a bunch of satellites and then just follow the debris
into the
in.
atmosphere. Yeah.
Just completely unguided. And it's like, my calculations show that you probably won't die. That's great. I'm good enough to not die. No, this is entirely luck. And he just looks at him dead in the face, and not dead in the face. He doesn't turn around and says, that's fine, because luck is one of my skills. And if you play Super Robot Wars Alpha Gaiden, guess what? Luck is one of his skills.
Scott, you just jumped a bunch of words together and threw them at me. Can I ask for a little clarification as to what Super Robot Wars Alpha Gaiden is?
All right, so Super Robot Wars is a 45-year-old series of video games in which giant robot cartoons team up to fight other giant robot cartoons. So, for example, you might have a sequence in which the cast of to pick something, Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann helps fight the bad guys at the end of Code Geass, or even this show. Macross Plus was featured in one of the games. It was called Super Robot Wars Alpha Gaiden. There were 4 games that were all called Super Robot Wars Alpha. 1, 2, 3. Gaiden was the side story one. Gaiden means side story.
As opposed, because of Ninja Gaiden going across the screen sideways?
More or less, yes.
I don't know, Scott.
Yeah, more or less. Anyway, okay. So the plot of Macross Plus plays out in Alpha Gaiden, and this is a turn-based tactical game. So you have everyone has little stats. They got their dex and their con and their focus and all these things. But every character also has a set of spells. They're spells.
Okay.
They cost a certain amount of spirit points. They give you an effect. One of them is called Luck. Luck means you don't take damage this turn.
Very handy ability.
It is. But what I'm saying is that Luck is one of Dyson's skills in that game.
And they're burning up in the atmosphere.
Yeah. The plan is to just completely tumble freely. Dyson is going to sit there and just take so much damage to his circulatory system because, just everything I know about blood clots and fighter pilots is happening to him. Yang is like, I am not a fighter pilot, so I'm going to just use drugs to be unconscious for the next few minutes. Awesome. You figure it out. Sharon is going to explain her motivations and goals. She has inherited the bent-ass feelings of Myung, who has not processed anything for the past 7 years, and she has decided that she loves Isamu. She loves him so much that she's going to use her pop star neuro manipulation software to make him as happy as possible. And the only thing she knows that makes Dyson happy is almost being dead. Almost. So she's just going to keep almost killing him with all the resources she has now that she's Skynet.
So murder edging. That's what she's
Yeah,
that's what she's
murder
planning to
edging.
do.
Murder
Yeah.
edging. Someone's kink, I'm sure. Not judging. Judging Sharon because she's a child robot who's ruining everything. Also, we are establishing that her emotional manipulation programming is so good now, she's just turning everyone into zombies. Everyone at the concert is just blissed out. We get more wire bondage.
Oh, yes.
Nobody on staff's fetish. Definitely no wire bondage fetish on staff. Not that we're judging. We just
I'm
don't
just
think it's the thing. We just don't think
I'm
anyone would
just saying,
draw
Scott,
this.
I don't think it technically counts as a fetish if you are working in anime. It's just something that a lot of people enjoy.
Well, it's just a career skill. It's just a
Yeah.
career skill, right? It's something you bring to the table that is unique compared to your compatriots who may have other skills, things they like drawing for unrelated reasons.
That
Can't
makes them
finish this
happy deep
sentence.
inside.
Yeah.
So let's get back to the murder edging, Scott.
Yeah, so after murder edging session, Gold reveals that he too was in the debris and will also like to kill Dyson because yeah, I not sure about this part. Gould has figured out that like the killer robot pop star is conquering the planet right now. But what's important is shooting Dyson first.
Priorities, man. Gotta
Priorities.
have.
Priorities. Anyway, Myung tries to escape. Uh, Dyson and Gould shoot each other and air all of their grievances, and I love how petty they are. It's like, no, you never returned that movie. I bought you lunch 2 times. I bought you lunch 13 times. You counted?
Wow. How many goddamn therapists did they need on that base? One.
One.
Just one.
It
Just one.
she can see Samu once a week, Gold twice a week, and Yang 4 times a week because Yang's a messed up little shit. Lucy's fine, except for the part where she deletes people's voicemails because she wants to smooch Dyson. Maybe she needs to go every other week, actually. Yeah.
She
But that's
a,
still
a
not
regular.
full time for one base therapist.
You don't think the colonel needs a couple sessions? Maybe
Okay.
one or two?
No, the Colonel's clearly the history's greatest villain for Macross, but and is irredeemable. But yeah, maybe also twice a week. Maybe also twice a week.
People make fun of the therapy scene in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but my God, so necessary. Every idiot who puts on a jumpsuit or a flight suit in one of these stories needs someone to hold their hand, look at them and say, "Hey, is everything okay?" Because no, nothing's okay. None of these people are healthy. They need to cry it out.
They need a supportive network of peers who will take them to karaoke and volleyball tournaments and other useful outside activities that allow them to remember what a balanced lifestyle is.
Because I don't know if it's ever directly discussed, but what's the body count when they're shooting the shit out of Macross City, settling their score? Because I see a lot of buildings explode. I see a lot of
They
offices just like, oh, a sonic boom happened and all our windows crashed out. You don't see the corpses, but I am pretty sure not everyone is in the state.
Yeah. What happens is this elaborate fight scene that moves from the desert into the city center and Gould crashes through an entire building at one point. He
Yes.
just is like Dyson's like, I have taken cover to reload. And he's expecting Gould to go around and Gould goes through. And I'm like, there was at least janitors in there. It was after hours, but there were janitors and security in that building.
Show some
Like,
consideration.
glass landed on the
And
road, and there were cars on that road. Those cars weren't driving, possibly because they were listening to the live feed of the concert and they're all blissed out. But that means they parked and were hit by giant shards of glass.
it's just a bad situation. Guys, try it out. Don't blow up the city center.
Do not talk out your feelings before you consider blowing up an apartment building.
Oh god, not an apartment building, just an office building.
An office building.
An
An
office
office.
building on a planet-wide holiday. It's gonna be much less occupied than an apartment building where some people are just listening to it on the radio. And
Yeah.
grandma couldn't go down to the concert, so grandma's sitting in her living room
There are a
and, you
lot of
know,
people who are like, actually, I don't want to take the train into town. I'll just catch the live feed on the pay per
it'll be
view.
so crowded, and they don't have enough toilets down there.
Oh, no.
You
God.
imagine that, not wanting to wait 20 minutes to take a piss at a concert, so you get a fucking jet through your living room while you're sitting in your easy chair? Who the hell thought this was a good idea?
They're using live ballistic ammo. Who knows where that's going? Who knows where the shells are landing? Who
Yeah.
knows? Please refer to Gundam F91 to see what happens to spent giant robot shells.
I will take your word for it,
Oh,
Scott.
I'm
I'm
sure you've
assuming it's
seen the
not
GIF.
good.
You have
Oh,
seen
is that
that
the one
at
where the guy's head just
no, not
got
that one. The one where the
okay.
little kid gets hit by an empty casing.
Nope,
Yeah.
didn't see that one.
Oh yeah. No. The one where the person's head gets that's from Ideon. Another Tamino work.
Once again, Scott, I am not gonna know the reference. You've got like an 85% chance I'm just gonna look blankly off into space when you say a name.
We're
So yes,
building it up.
that was from 80. Put
Yeah.
a link in the show notes to it.
Yep. Yeah. Anyway, as they are yelling at each other and shooting up a populated area, Gould finally remembers, and again, pause, that we are about to have a frank discussion of a situation of domestic violence, of a sexual. It is definitely domestic violence. I don't know if it's a sexual assault, but it's close. It's blurry. It's blurry. It's
TV Trope
upsetting.
felt it was. Yes.
It's upsetting. How about that? We are about to discuss some upsetting things, and Gould finally remembers why all his friends stopped talking to him 7 years ago because a girl he had a crush on in high school chose his best friend over him. He caught them smooching, and his response was to beat up his best friend, throw the girl he liked against the ground, and tear her shirt off. And when he realized what he'd done, he suppressed the memory, never talked to them again, and started going on anti Proud Warrior race guy pills. And his friends never just called him on that or talked him down from that. So he spent 7 years not sure why everything is wrong in his life. And he finally remembers and he finally fucking apologizes. He finally thanks them for maybe not re traumatizing him in interest of, despite the fact that they both are carrying the trauma of his attack. Because when you have a mental health episode, you still have to apologize for what you did wrong.
It's not an excuse.
It is just a reason.
Hey, Scott,
Yeah?
you know what would have been a great resolution to that situation? If they don't go to see a fucking therapist.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm.
Anyway, Gould realizes that actually Dyson can be his wingman anytime, and Yang wakes up. Yang is still here. So we now that emotional trauma has almost been recovered. Yeah, we got incoming. The X9's gonna shoot everybody. Myung is, but before that, Myung has to escape from the zombie cops. She just hops in an elevator,
Yeah.
steals a cop's gun. Always go for that. It's safe. It's safe.
Never leave the gun behind
Never leave the gun
because
behind.
it'll be safest if you have it,
Yeah,
in spite of any level of training you don't have.
yeah. That'll come up in a second. Gould agrees to do a suicide run against the X9. Marge just kills himself because he's so happy his tech bro. You know, I'm not saying that, Zuckerberg needs to jump off a cliff when whatever Meta is supposed to do does what Meta is supposed to do, but maybe.
If we'd all gotten into VR a little harder, a lot of the problems wouldn't have happened because the bliss would have taken him into a volcano since
Yeah.
he's a Hawaiian now.
God, he owns so much of Hawaii, it's upsetting. He keeps buying more parts of Hawaii.
You can just say these tech bros do these things, and it's upsetting about anything they do.
Yeah.
There's not a single healthy element. Uh,
Yeah. Sharon is like, now that I control everything, I'm going to launch the Macross one. Just launch it. Hasn't moved in a while, but it's still fueled up.
yeah.
Uh, Myung breaks into to the whole cockpit off the whole core element and tries to shoot Sharon's core. And it's like, wow, it's actually really hard to handle an MP5. I'll bear that in mind. Not an
Yes.
MP5. It's the Belgian one. It's the Belgian one, right?
A super dimensional auto pistol.
It is based on a real gun that I'm not remembering, but yeah. She fires an automatic weapon in a closed room and doesn't do well. And apparently Marge paid for the best possible PC case. Consider consider your consider this, consider when you're buying a PC. If you build your own, don't cheap out on the case. It's very easy to cheap out on the case when you build your own PC, but consider a good alloy. A good alloy. Don't just get even if you want a clear one, consider the Lexan option, not the plastic option. Something that'll
What
really
if the
stand up.
subject of your
Yeah,
AI's brain scans shows up with an automatic weapon? Keep that in consideration.
yeah. You want something that will withstand 5 millimeter NATO standard ammo.
Although it did sort of knock her for a roll. She was like a little brrr. Nope, I'm good.
At this point, the hologram Sharons start getting not safe for work, and they will get less safe for work every time they show up.
This giant hollow lady will consume us all.
Also, she's naked now.
Yes.
So Gould makes amends by launching himself straight into the X9. That's fine, I guess. That's as good as therapy, right?
It's a start.
It's start.
Apologize and self harm. I don't think those are the best two steps, but when there's an evil AI spaceship coming, don't consider that part of your process. Consider that part of your daily activities. I don't know. I'm the
Yeah,
worst person to give these recommendations.
fair enough. Yang is starting to try to use his backdoors into Sharon's AI that we established earlier to figure out what's going on. He realizes that she's taken over the Macross core, which means we have a single target, a
Uh-huh.
small target that perhaps one fighter with one skilled user could approach very carefully and shoot with a great deal of precision
If they stay on target.
if they stay on target. If they stay on target.
Don't turn off your scanners.
Anyway, so Dyson is like, I love the movie The Dam Busters, and he will do that. But it is at this point that Sharon holograms, again, increasingly not safe for work, Sharon holograms are like, hey, Yang, I'm here to do the seduction thing you wanted earlier, but now for real. And Yang is like, oh, that's great. I'm going to reach into my Air Force issued gun pocket and pull out a 9mm and try to shoot Dyson. That's what you want me to do, right, Sharon? And yes, that's true, because she wants Dyson to be in danger at all times. And at this
Yeah.
point, Dyson pushes the make this guy go away button, just gooses him, takes a shot to the helmet. The helmet takes the damage, but no, just ejected.
I was literally wondering, why's the ejection situation on this? Oh, very well set up. Thank you.
Yeah, very very convenient. Very very good button on that. Good use of the button. Sharon turns her full attention onto Dyson, and is at this, and so she turns into a naked hologram lady who drifts up through the floor in his lap. And it is at this point that your mom comes in with Rice Krispie squares and Tang, and you have to have that conversation about your Blockbuster account.
Just a cartoon, Mom. Jeez.
They are not drawing areola, but they are making a point of drawing nipples on this figure at this point, if you have not seen it. And so Dyson gets whammied. He's just drifting in the cockpit, blissed out. But then he's got to listen to her song because Myung has started singing and returned to the core theme of Macross, which is that human emotionality and expression is how we connect and how we show value to each other. And so Dyson, hearing his dearest friend's only pop single, snaps out of it, is able to dodge a bunch of laser beams, shoot the dam, shoot. He stays on target, and true love conquers all, man. True love conquers all.
Way to
Everything's fine now.
go. Everything's
Everyone
great.
wakes up. Infrastructure is fine. The Macross one settles back where it's supposed to be. And in a footnote, they never do. No one in Macross tries to automate combat or pop artistry ever again.
The end.
The end. Stay tuned next week for the TV version for Macross 7 on TV. That's basically the message.
And humanity wins.
Yeah, love conquers all. Love conquers all. Robots bad. Do not let record producers and the military and industrial complex talk to each other ever again. And that is our 4-parter. How do you feel about all
Yeah.
this, Justin?
I'm curious about how the movie is. Because
Yeah.
I didn't feel like, there was any benefit to having 4 separate half-hour episodes.
Like, this is it. Like, this is like a 2.5-hour thing. And obviously, okay, in episode 4, a lot of it is just the animators showing off. We see people doing a lot of work, drawing glass fall. We see a lot of work in just how the missiles move. We see a lot of effort spent into painting light for the holograms and the concert light shows. But beyond just showing off your animation chops, yeah, I don't know if this needed to be 2.5 hours long. And we will go into the movie and find that out.
So we're going to watch the movie.
We are going to watch the movie next episode. We might bring in a third mic just so we have a fresh perspective. I'm going to ask around. But yeah, that episode will be short otherwise.
All right.
That'll be like our summing up. For now, I will say, hey, back us on Ko-fi. You get episodes early. You get bonus content. You might find an episode where I explain a bunch of weird things about international copyright law and the history of Carl Masick's career.
Please fund this. I really want to get I want to be sitting in the room where it happens, folks. I want to hear about Faza. Wasn't even mentioned, Scott, but it's going to be in there, right?
Oh,
It's
absolutely. Hasegawa
Okay.
Toys versus Fasa Gameworks. Very important.
I want to. Wish I still had my little Rick What's-His-Face action figure.
Rick Hunter?
Yeah, I had a Rick Hunter action figure. I had the motorbike, and I had a giant Zentradi. Dude. I picked them all up on a family trip to Myrtle Beach.
All right. Again, HLJ.com. Get yourself a high-grade YF21 or any other model kit you might like. But until next time, we will see you.
And we respect your choices, friends. Take care.